Okay, here we go. Start off on my other videos. This ain't gonna be one I have to go lucky views that you make or me at the gym being silly or my commentary. They're coming. I need to get this out so I can move on the rest of my normal life, mentally and emotionally. Yeah, staying here June 18th, and and fundamentally for the last, say 7 to 8 months. I don't remember. I think it's something last year, definitely basically the last almost year. I'm saying 5 different people passed away. I think like 4 occurred in the last like 7 months or so. I've lost track really at this point. And for me lately, it's been like, this is really kind of going these really, really good swings. And then I'll be like, hey, happy, 30 minutes later, I'm sad and crying. And these people are close to me in great degrees and differences. And some people are great friends. Some people I just met, having 4 or 5 conversations with, but because of those 4 or 5 conversations, they stuck with me for life. And, we're talking about all age, talking about in the 20s, basically 3 different sets of ages: 20s, 40s, or 20s, 40s, 70s, and 80s. And, and mine sitting up here, I've been about years out of high school, and I say, well, I've been enough here I think the fact that this kind of loaded with all at once. Not talking about a period of 3 or 4 or 5 years, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months or less than a year, and it's like, and you sit back, you start thinking about these people. In my head, I replay conversations, things I said to them, things we talked about, things we did, things they did. There's 5 of them. Wow, let me start this at. Uh, uh, I guess I'll start the youngest one, Christian. He was like a young man in his early 20s. I met him as a kid. He actually one of the kids I wanted to somebody played volleyball with for like the last decade. And that was a tough one. We go to, because he was really young and this guy was working, he was staying out of trouble. He never really been in no type of trouble. Very good kid. Very clean living. I mean, gee whiz, you know, up to him in some degree, believe it or not. And I know I never told his mother this, and that's why I'm trying to shoot this video. And I was like, hey, I still think about the guy. I still even now. And I like just talked to him as he doing his life. He was just so serious and so focused. Like I had to drive. I didn't have his focus at 21, 22, 20 years old. 22, he passed away. It's like, wow, just gone, just like that. So like here today, gone tomorrow. I don't even know what happened to him, as far as exactly why he passed away or whatever. And this fact that I met him left such an impression on me. I hadn't even talked about him first off the bat. And was sitting out there in the funeral home with all the people I played volleyball with, well, a lot of them, and just looking at his body like, whoa, really? I think I had a close call at 21 years old. I got shot. Easily should hit me in the back. He was dead, ain't be nothing else in his way. So, he was inside. So then, he think I have to say, okay, get it back, come back, come back, come back. Oh yeah, that one was one of the harder ones because of the fact he was just young. Uh, the next one, Mr. Otis. Uh, some of y'all here know him. A couple of y'all might be. I know one guy definitely on Facebook knows him for certain. He's on my Facebook account. Definitely knows him. I think it was like 87 or 80 when he passed away. This old man was something else. He always had this little square aleck, always had something to say about everything. I love to argue with you, and clean spoken personality. And he had to he was gonna laugh a little bit. He had a little. He liked to go, and he actually got caught one time correcting. This is not a young. With the camera trying to film the ladies at the swimming pool at the bus recreation center. I just sit there like, wow, this kid's something else. And I was like to kick with him. He's one of this older group of guys I used to kick with a lot before they shut you down the pandemic. I didn't go to his, because I couldn't get the time exactly what it is. I didn't count to the very last minute. And they said when I was doing Ernie and it wasn't really gonna be just a drive-by thing. I'm just like, I just didn't feel like right to go that. Not because I actually like the guy, really like the guy. I don't, I said I like you, believe me, I like you. The time I really like you, I really don't be bothering you. You can't in the middle, you might have problems. But he's one of those people. I definitely for older guy, I said like you lost. I can't knock on it. Okay. You know, give me. Okay. Person number three need to talk about Mr. Phillips. Oh, good old Donald, you know. Hope you guys remember as being. I met him actually right in my teenage years, just a couple years at O'Shea Recreation Center. This is when I first started playing volleyball. His wife, Mrs. Fields, ran the volleyball program. I don't know if she's retired from the rec department yet. I don't know if she tried one or two rec department school teacher. She's actually his wife was actually my little cousin, my youngest cousin's kindergarten teacher. Yeah, and it was like this trip to watch life evolve this guy. And he used to play with us in our first few years, and he got sick. His route was wrong, and this is like talking about like 1993 when I first met him. And I don't know what is that. He got somebody around hit you off. But I said, in '93, I met him, and you know, we started playing ball with his wife, and the group of us sort of evolved around that. I played a couple different groups with them. He stopped playing a few years. He lost his vision. He had to get a little bit. He had kidney. He had bad kidneys. He was actually on dialysis for a lot of his later years in life. I think he lived to be like either like 70, 71. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not exactly the person to stick around keep me obituaries. And, you know, we just talked to him like last year, like, you know, we literally, I might go and talk to him. Times I might tell him 2 3 days a week. I promise you, I could not get off the phone with this man. I did talk to him for less than an hour and a half at a time. He'd always talk about his favorite teacher. I think it was Jeremiah. I can't remember the guy's last name. He always talked about. You know, he talked about God. He's like, hey, look, can't look at nobody else on that level, wherever that's it, right? Always have special way for art, you know, because I can just talk about real life stuff and just kick it with him. I just relax. And me, I don't think so much. You know, I think him even want somebody to talk to, just as they want to talk about those in his church or his wife. We talk about the grandkids and the babies and all that good stuff. I was like, okay, cool. And I really like his pleasant attitude and things towards life. He's always come to the rec center. He used to kick with us up in the room. Me and I think it was Mr. Gerard and Taylor, and of course George. George knows him too. You know, just all of which he's just keeping there, just talking about whatever. Yeah, that one was the one I went to. Like, okay, I was all right. You know, I was all right because his wife. I got give his wife props. She kept it together. I think she kept it better than I did. And I haven't seen him. I don't know how she else, and probably she made him cry. She made him, but at that, I saw the memorial there, and she was together. And I just like, wow. I mean, they did it the right way, you know. Marriage to death do us part. Can't knock. You can't say nothing bad about that, man. Uh, Person number four I need to talk about. Uh, this person in particular, is from my childhood. Um, he's actually the pastor on the block. True story about him. As a kid, was like, I don't know, little short fuse, and you know. And I went, no, actually really obsessed with baseball. Still a baseball junkie, believe it or not. I mean, literally, that was on. So school was on, I was playing baseball. He was $2 down my grandparents' house, and he had vacation Bible Mr. Kitchen. You know, this is my good buddy I grew up with grandfather. And him passing away, and He did his vacation basketball. I made came every now and then. Me, all the kids in black. I went to party by myself by baseball club and took off. I was one of those kids I could play baseball by myself. But you know what thing he did though? And and this was kind of a point in life where it came like it came point in life where, you know, on May 3rd, 1994, I got shot. And I talked about it earlier in this video. You know, I just went to call him. Like, okay, we do, you know, I was at the hospital, first I was to call him. He was the first person that was not related to me to show up at the hospital. And for him, I always will thank him for that. And, you know, you don't forget about stuff like that. You don't. Yeah, I'm trying to keep together here. It's rough. Just thinking about this stuff. I'm trying to get it all out. I got to get up around and be functional. This has been a whole week of me just back and forth now. If I get to the fifth person, you'll understand why. You know, and sitting there, and I wasn't even watching it after wasting and watching family. And I can sitting there watching all of the kids and grandkids. The grandkids I knew, but they're the only one I know. You know, he had another, you know, a sister, and you know, they got kids and stuff. And just watching the whole scene and thing like, wow, he left legacy. I think the hard part was going to funeral with my buddy that informed me that grandmother had a stroke. You know, she moved back. You know, why'd you move back to Detroit? That nice South Jersey been telling me about. She had a stroke. And seeing her, I saw the funeral. She was in a limousine and she was shaking. That probably bothered me more than watching him in casket. That really got really shaken. And I had really talked a little bit about it. But I figured, okay, I'm gonna leave it all out here today. And my mind was just like, ooh, that was the hard one. That was like recent. That was like what, maybe 2 months ago. You know, and I don't even been quite that yet. But trust me, it's still in my head like I was there yesterday. But like I said though, Mr. Kitchen, that was that man, that future. Straight up guy. I remember he was a buddy one time making the suit up wrong after one of those vacation Bible lessons. And I remember a true story, something I happened to be my buddy and his grandfather one time. You know, I was like 15. I was about 15 years old. We was at Northland. And you know, normal kids our age, we get 10, 12, 15, 20, 25, $30. You know, there pops up with like $700 at Northland in 1988. I mean, 1988, even this not $700 what kid walk around 20 years old now would still be considered good large sum of money. I think about 1988. But so when he walks on the side, I'm thinking like, I'll get back to the house like, oh, wait a minute. I got 20, 30, 40 bucks. Can I give you a little something to eat? And enough money that's boiling right now. You can do that. You know, chill, buy one or two little things too. Now, this dude over here ready to go flat out, go buy him 2, 3 pairs of Jordan, a whole new $200 outfit, still have money left up. So I'm getting on the phone like, Mr. Kitchen, I think your grandson's a drug dealer. I'm just like, I was just tripping. This is one of the funniest stories to do. And I'm just here like, and I'm calling and I'm like, where did he get this money from? He wasn't working. Okay, I think he was a paper boy. He would have had his top money. I'm tripping. Now the back end of the story is finally years later I actually talked to him and said, yeah, grandma, you know, and this is what it was. This is what amazing about him is, you know, it's like, you know, our buddy Derek in this situation sort of more than anything else. See, he's on the other side of the tracks. He said grandpa didn't try to keep him, get him straight, not go the wrong way. Grandma was like the hood person. She gave him $700. She lived in North End down there. Who's running $700 North End? Well, I'm not going to subscribe because the grandma passed away, but I was at funeral 2 last year. And subscribed to what she was doing it, but it wasn't exactly his activities in the world, but I digress at this point. I just want to make the point, though, just hilarious and comical thing of you walk around $700. I'm thinking he's drug dealer. That's why I looked him up. And I don't think his grandfather even whooped him. I think he made some story up to his grandfather that he did. He told me he told his grandmother gave him some money to pay some bills while she was out that way hanging with him. So I'm just like, wow, that's just deep. That was just funny. I mean, I was just like, Mr. Kid, you didn't do nothing to him. You think he was like, oh, you got that flame, you got it. I'm thinking, oh yeah, he gonna shake him up. Like he woke up to oh, it's gonna be over for him. Nah, he ain't doing nothing. That's just the kid. Still had some discretion about some things. He didn't have to tear everything up everything. That man knew God. No question on it. That man knew God. And my last friend, Shamika Frazier, met her through some met her back in 1995. This long time female friend. No, I've never dated, kissed her, hugged her, done that, but we always do. She was like the homegirl you can talk about sports about, anything going on, relationship. When she got older, she really came to use for a bit of information. I don't see at times my go-to person to talk to because the one person I can actually catch at 10 o'clock at night. If I need to call somebody at 10 o'clock at night, they actually answer the phone consistently. Now I still on the phone talk at 12 o'clock at night. It was kind of hard to even be even trying to do anybody else too much because I was on the phone with her, but and that's why I miss really bad. The happened is she's always had problems for years. Diabetic, her foot went bad. She gained a whole lot of weight. I remember some things that happened in life with some of her family was just not there and right on the money. I mean, I remember one time that I had to literally go get her grandmother food because the uncle didn't do nothing. Like literally. Grandmother lived way beyond 100. I remember she called the day her mom passed away when she was in her 20s. They were just like, I went through a lot dealing with her. And she's been homeless for a while. So I've seen all her ups and downs, and it's just like, but she always, she always be her. She always was talkative, always informative. She volunteered at a church. I think that's one of the things I always wanted. I leave enough with this person, particularly about who you were and what I really am. I questioned that, and I was doing that for the last week or so. And I think that made me think about some stuff was 2 or 3 particular things. And some of it's kind of funny. Like I had this one case where when she first started driving for DOT, and she told me particularly it was kind of funny. She told me she told me that she just don't ask about me on the bus, you're gonna get embarrassed. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna ask the bus driver. So I ran to the driver, trained her. He's an older woman, and I got on the bus, and of course, I got to curious George me. I just got to find out that you know whatever was behind, she driving whatever time out when she had to catch a bus with. And of course, her friend turned around and tells me, and I know I was gonna say this on Memorial, but this is too doggone good. Tell me that she's a driver and trainer. And she believe me, I tell her ain't going time she went the last time she went to the hospital, at least once every couple months, she would always bring that story up about to me it was so like, you know, I'd be very kind of embarrassed about it. I had laughed at it. I had it coming. Maybe every now and then I'm fine because I want to know. Mysteries drive me crazy. I want to know. Sometimes they do. All the time this one, I just need to know bad. And I just couldn't just had to find out. And her last couple months she had problems. She went to the hospital, they put her on a tube, and she finally fought back and got well. It's about 12 days ago. So I'm thinking like good, she's out the woods, she's okay. And last Thursday, I'm out bike riding the Southfield about 9 o'clock at night. I get a text message saying she passed away. I'm like, what the? And that hit me like a ton of bricks. At that point, I just about broke. I remember I was sitting there, grabbed the bottle, I got on my bike and started riding. I didn't say nothing to nobody. I remember the last 3 or 4 or 5 days, I've been back and forth, cried one day, happy one day. And after that Thursday, she passed away in the mess of Saturday. And this is really kind of hit me then, but I didn't really think about it until like Sunday afternoon. She'd already told me this story once she was playing basketball, and she ain't hearing her this friend used to destroy guys playing basketball, right? And sure enough, I'm gonna play basketball Saturday. I figured, okay, I got to kick out this little funky in and out mood I've been in for about a whole 2 or 3 days. I 2 days, I gotta go do something. So what I did, I go play basketball. go back to Oak Park, in Shepherd Park, on Oak Park Boulevard. I've been playing out there, dang, what now? It's 29 years. I really started out there basically as a teenager. I was like 19 years old on April 92. I first went out there. And sure enough, there's a female on the sideline. We playing 3-on-3. You know, they picked the first couple guys. I don't know why they picked the other guys. They ain't seen them play yet. I go out, they had the best game 21. They probably want to pick me up, but I just don't play. I play 21 to win. I really play around this experiment to do things. So I get there, I sit on the sign, come on the grill the next game to be able to team. Okay, this is a first time playing. And he's a good solid year and a half out. Probably almost 2 years I played a female. He's been the one that Stoke I played with. I think she's like a real softball coach in high school now. I see her every now and then last week in the pandemic. But I don't think she played basketball that day. But this particular one was, she's like late 30s, you know. And we got out there in the first game, we got Molly about 7-0. And I'm sitting there like, and you know, Coach Moby's got it thinking like, okay, we gotta go kick them up, you know. And I'm sitting there like playing this girl, but I'm like something different about her. You know, I didn't know how to connect to my mind. We're gonna come back to it. I know it's a bit a long way to get around to the point of the story, but it's gonna take a minute to get there. Okay, we go back out the second game. Now we're going to 12. They go to 12 the first game, so we go to 10, 7-0 shutout, you get off the court. Second game we lose. We hand the game up 2 or 3 points. The other guy drives the middle 2. We lose 10-9. So I'm just like, all right, it's my fault. I made it one little bad lax play trying to do too much one. And I was like, okay, my fault. But the 3 of the next 4 games after that, this girl came, in that game she hit a couple of shots. After that, all of a sudden she started hitting everything. She tried to take the guys up, dribble, float, and everything. This woman just took over the game. I'm sitting there like, for one, I didn't mind expecting a little bit. Well, no, the next game after that, actually, I scored 5 points. And she ain't for, after we heard scored 5 each. The third guy we really didn't score at all. And we won. And we won. We won. That game we lost, and we won the next game like walk off. We won the next 2 games. We won the next game something like 10 to 5 or 6, and then I think we lost the other game like 10 to 8. I was dead at that point, but I'd already sat around too long between playing. And it was getting hot, and I had other things to do. But that day it kind of hit me after I got done playing. Because usually I would call Shamika afterwards. Like I said, this story she always tell me. She was like, "Look, I had to go on a team that we just finally won. It was crazy." She started taking off there. I'm like, she's out there to talk to, and like. Later on that Sunday afternoon, I was just sitting around and I was walking, just thinking about that, and it just hit. And the bad stuff about this one is I gotta wait till like the middle of next month to do Memorial. I took me some time to take, but I'm ready to do this long speech. Usually I don't do long speeches. You probably won't get about long in this video. I just had a vent a little bit today, and I just thinking about it, and there might be some people that had, 1, maybe 2, 3, or 4, 5 people passed away. Like even today I went to the gym. Now one guy, he went out drunk driving, nearly got himself in big trouble early this week. And somebody else came in there, their grandmother just passed away. And between all this, I had another guy at the gym talking about 2 of his friends got shot and killed within 3 in the same week. So yeah, sometimes we don't deal with we deal death differently, and mentally, emotionally, it doesn't click the same, and sometimes not the same for everybody that passes away all the time. Even if you're the same person, you don't handle the same for every person. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. As long as you don't harm yourself, go do no drug or nothing like that. So not even me. This is my therapy right here. I don't take part of it. You're playing sports, working out, and you're trying to be silly. That's part of it. But the other part of the video is just like, I'm here, this video just been a little bit until a whole lot better. I can't help light this in for a few days, and that's like, I need to get it out of here at some point. Otherwise, they got to be functional at some point here. And I'm certain these people have passed away, they won't be sitting here, hey, bumping around about it. I'm sure they need to be upset. But, I don't take it to the point like, okay, you are not going to be as can't stand or can't verbalize what I feel, and they got to sit around like a fireball or whatever else. No, let's get it together. Let's get it together. And sometimes you got to vent, and it's all right. And I think the other way of it. Maybe a little more public than most people going to do it, but I'm a different person anyway. I've never been afraid to people put myself out there like that on the internet. gee, I think Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube is about the best they ever made for a guy like me. I'm like, hey, just not afraid. I'm just like, hey, let's go for it. I need to be more extroverted than introverted. Introvert mode, try to be chill, not kind of walk away, deflect, it don't work. You know, I think I'm going to end this video, grab my computer here. And yeah, I think I'm about to go ahead and get up here and I'm about to sign off all these formats. Yeah, I know I've been a long video. It's about the longest video I've been in a long time. Just had to say it's been a little bit. So I'm done. Leave comments, feel free. If y'all get something, y'all got my phone numbers, give me a call. Any comments, concerns, questions, let me know. If not, you got thoughts you want to talk about or whatever it is. Up online or whatever else, you got my phone number, call me, text me. Somebody at least got one or two numbers. But for me, I'm basically done. That's what I gotta say. The other things other viewers get on. Trust me, hopefully the next video I get to do will be a lot more fun than this. But this is necessary therapy for me. Hopefully they'll help somebody else and reach out to them. Thank you very much.